over open.
Can I smell it through the lid?
I'm inebriated.
Oh.
Yeah. No, that's heavy. So,
oh my God.
I think you might have
awful.
won. This is hard stuff.
I've never been a big fan of pumpkin to begin with.
I don't mind it.
Like,
I don't hate it.
It's never been my thing.
I like pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin pie is great, but mostly I like that because a lot of people add cinnamon to it.
I mean, okay, so I never understood things like sweet potato pie.
Oh.
Or pumpkin pie. I'm like, these were vegetables and now they're desserts.
Yeah.
And I don't care who's making it, Betty fucking Crocker, Marie Callender. I'm like, it feels weird. It's got the same kind of like pasty, sandy texture with cinnamon and whipped cream.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not sure if I'm in love with Cool Whip or if I'm in love with pumpkin pie.
Well, knowing you, a white boy, it's probably just, I love Cool Whip. This is an excuse for more Cool Whip.
Yeah, more Cool Whip.
Cool Whip. Freaking hell. No, I don't hate it. I don't get pumpkin spice. I don't understand that. But like pumpkin pie is fine. Pumpkin flavored, candy is fine.
Yeah.
This pumpkin alcohol that smells like 90% pumpkin and like maybe 2% alcohol somewhere in there.
Yeah.
I'm scared of that. That frightens me.
So, oh man.
Because I've had the baby drinks before. I'm a fan of fruity drinks, but this is there's some times where it's like I wanted something to go inside of me, not just like a fragrance that I should sit near,
Yeah.
Like I've had a mojito where it's just like, oh, I can the mint is really there, It's like, oh boy, I'm glad I'm drinking pure mint.
Yeah, when I see, that's the thing. Like when you're doing cocktails, back in my day, it was a lot of like flavor balancing and palate balancing.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of craftsmanship that goes into it because before today's fucking hipster age, like back in the day, it was a lot of like, what's gonna get me fucked up the fastest?
Hell yeah.
Like as college kids still have the same like theory where it's like, oh, I just need to get fucking like blitzed
now.
Yeah, like whatever's gonna do it quickest, let's do that. Let's go.
Right. It's like my buddy's hitting up the 6 out of 10, and I'm just left in a pit of 2 out of 10s. I need to get there fast.
Yeah,
I need to be able to roll with the dogs.
Yeah, it's a menage a trois and all, but like our combined score is gonna be like a 4. So this is gonna be bad.
And I'm carrying the most of that.
Oh man. So welcome back to the Scumbag and Friend show with me always is Max, my buddy, and it's me, Tim. So what do you want to talk about today?
What do I want to talk about? I want to talk about bad life decisions or overexerting yourself.
Okay, so the Scumbag of the week is overexerting yourself?
Definitely. Oh, for sure. Fucking so there's always a couple scumbags that popped up. One of the, like, I'd say definite third place, the drunken air traffic controller over at
I didn't even see this one.
The hell's the name of our airport here?
McCarran.
McCarran, that's it. See, military-minded, my first thing when I think of airports is Nellis.
Nellis, yeah.
That's dumb.
You can't fly internationally.
You don't fly international, yeah, no. I would.
I mean, you could, but you probably need like some chevrons or some sort of like way of letting people know that you belong there.
You're not going where you want to go.
No.
You're going where they need you to go.
Yeah.
But there's an air traffic controller at McCarran, and as planes were flying in, they started noticing that she was slurring her words and she wasn't making sense and she was just saying random crap, and then eventually she just stopped talking. And so the people in the planes,
she asleep?
Who knows? There's like, last I checked, it was still under investigation. Like nothing had been reported past that. But just the fact that this chick was either having a stroke, which I hope it wasn't the case. I hope she's doing fine, because I don't wish anyone to have a bad time. I just want her to be, partying too hard up in the air tower, and potentially crashing planes, as a drunk idiot would do.
Yeah.
So
I understand that job's super fucking stressful. Like it's supposed to be like second or third highest stress level out there.
Oh, fucking right.
Like I don't understand why.
You know what it is? I feel like it's a lot of people put in too much into the thought of it, because okay, you want to look at it though, like super serious. Okay, this is a person that controls the destination of these planes that are filled with hundreds of people. If this person directs them incorrectly and they crash, that's hundreds of lives gone because you're an idiot.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
so that's stress. That's stressful for normal people. Like, you put me up there, I'm gonna be up here drinking this pumpkin spiced Captain Morgan over here and having a good time. Be like, nah, just land wherever, bro.
Oh God, that thing smells awful. Did you try it already?
No, I haven't.
Oh.
I just wanted to pop it open and give it a whiff.
I'll go for it if you want.
Okay.
I'll have a
give me
little,
sec.
like I'll have a mouthful too, but on the show. I don't like pumpkin to begin with. That's my problem.
You're not gonna like this. Yeah. That's like 90% pumpkin. Okay, it cleans up nice. I like the cleanup.
It's got a hard cinnamon finish.
I like cinnamon. See, that's my thing. I love cinnamon. The pumpkin is heavy on that first go, though.
Oh man, it is.
Every time I breathe out now, I'm smelling pumpkin. I hate my life. I'm so sorry.
Okay, so the reason why I hate cinnamon is because I was one of those kids in 7th grade or 8th grade.
Yeah.
And you got the cinnamon challenge where it's like, oh, you can't, you could swallow like you're supposed to not be able to swallow a spoonful of cinnamon. Like, it's physically impossible.
Oh yeah.
So I tried it and I just coughed everywhere and threw up.
It's fucking pure cinnamon is aggressive. See,
because it clumps in your throat.
Oh my God.
And you can't even swallow it because it'll just like calcify itself to the back of your throat, and it's just like, oh, nothing can like pass through this.
Well, I mean, be glad you went through that phase instead of the kids nowadays, because they went through the Tide Pod challenge, and so they're turned off of Tide. Their clothes are never going to be clean.
Oh man, yeah. Like, to think we went all these years without eating detergent. We were doing it all wrong.
I know, right? Fuck. Anyway,
so this drunk bitch, air traffic controller.
Yeah, no, she's definitely a runner-up. I hope they release more news on it. I hope that she was just drunk. I hope she didn't have a stroke. I mean, because everything turned out well. Like, the planes landed fine.
Like, I don't know. I maybe I'm a psychopath or something, but like, to me, I kind of just compartmentalize that part of the job where it's like, yeah, you're responsible for all the lives on these planes every day.
No, that's just you being a sane person.
I'm just like, but you have to do it again tomorrow and the day after
exactly,
and the day after.
right?
If you approach every flight as that, you can't go to the next flight because
you're gonna kill yourself with stress. Because it's like, okay, for me, like, if I was doing it, it's like, okay, back of my mind, be serious, because lives are in the balance, blah blah blah. But I don't have a god complex, you know. I'm just trying to do my job. I know what they taught me in the handbook, you know, maneuver the plane towards runway. You know?
The problem is that fucking handbook is bigger than fucking any book I've ever seen in my life.
It's bigger than the fucking phone book.
It's one of those ones that, like, when you see the image on 4chan where it's like the lady standing next to like the computer fucking program that she wrote, and the program in printed pages is as tall as her. It's like that. That's like one of those fucking handbooks for air traffic control, because it's like everything is just a contingency for, in case this, do this. If this doesn't work, do this. Do this, do this, do this.
Oh yeah. But like, so like government work has that too. But it's like, you learn when you do something once. If you ever have a job that's super serious about everything, you learn that job boils down to like whatever the first rule is going to be the end all be all.
Yeah.
You know, it's like everything past that is whatever, you know. You're late to work, or fucking you fuck this up here and there. If you smudge a few numbers here and there, that's, you know, is a problem that you have to fix. You know, you shouldn't do it. You should learn to not do it. But at the end of the day, you know, no one dies. You know, that's the main goal. She didn't kill anyone. She was just hopefully drunk off her ass and just having a good time up in there. Like, federal regulations already dictate that there has to be 2 people up there, so there was someone there to cover her ass. But she was specifically on the microphone, in which case I'm like, why didn't you get your buddy up there to fucking speak for you? You know, have him cover you for a couple hours while you fucking dozed off and whatever.
I can imagine the stress level being that, but my analogy was like, if it was, say you were a midwife and you had to give birth to a kid.
Yeah.
You know, not you carrying the kid, but you're the one responsible to make sure the kid gets out of the fucking person. If you had to do one of those and you're stressed out because you don't want the woman to die, you don't want the baby to die, none of that. Yeah. Okay, I can understand all the stress leading up to it and all the relief afterwards. But if you had to do one of those every 20 minutes, it would lose its luster. Like, all right, come on, we got to turn all this shit around. Come on.
See, this is what I liked watching, like ER and stuff. because they'd have the real hectic moments of the new rookie coming on the scene, and then you'd have the old Mexican lady who's been working the ER for years, and she's just like, okay, yeah, let's just stitch him up real quick, let's do this in and out.
Yeah,
I love seeing that professionalism that comes into people, and people can be like, oh, they're lackadaisical, they're taking it too easily. It's like, no, once you hit a certain point of competence, fucking the janitor comes in with a bucket of sawdust and fucking bam, the mess is gone. It's like, I can applaud that.
Yeah, it's
anyone that's well defined in their craft.
Well, because everybody looks at it through the same fucking lens as a normal person would. It's chaos because you're looking at something you understand some of the pieces, but you don't understand exactly what to do in each given case scenario. But if you've done it for over, say, 10, 20 years, it's very rigid. You understand where all the pieces fit and how to do every fucking procedure because you've seen it all once before. You only see panic out of these people when it's something they've never seen before.
Yeah.
Like, oh, fucking the air traffic controller's telling them, hey, you're kind of flying close to the World Trade Center there, and I know this is a little too soon, but it's like, why are you flying towards that building, and why are you not speaking English anymore?
Right. Well, no, in that case, I mean, the veteran air traffic controller is going to be like, adjust 19 degrees left and shut the fuck up. I don't need to hear your gobbledygook. Quit shouting about Allah.
So who's the other scumbag?
The other scumbag, I'm on the fence about who could possibly be the scumbag in this scenario, but I'm gonna nominate Amy Sanders.
Okay.
As a poor loser for this week.
Is she related to Colonel Sanders?
I don't know. Did Colonel Sanders ever bitch about his chicken not being good enough?
I don't know. All I know is he said the N-word a bunch.
Oh.
That was the non sequitur and all.
No, she can't be that because she's black. So she can't be related to him because he hates them.
Yeah.
Apparently.
And Papa John got fired for nothing.
Nothing.
He was quoting somebody else.
Papa John did nothing wrong.
And he got fucking X'd from his own company. I'm just like, why even try to be successful in today's day and age where you could be fucking paraphrasing somebody else and you can get thrown out of your own company?
Hey, man, those words came out of your mouth.
Yeah.
All right? But no, so Amy Sanders lost the race in Georgia, I believe it is, to Republican, whatever the hell. I want to say Donald, but I could be wrong.
It was Georgia?
Yeah, Georgia. It's so-and-so Kemp, the Republican Kemp. She lost the race to him. I want to say it was pretty handily, or like in electoral version, it was pretty handily. Like he had 51 and she had 49.
Yeah, Brian Kemp and Stacey. Yeah.
Yeah, and Stacey
Abrams.
Abrams. So she goes and immediately just says, I want to recount, you edge the votes one way or another.
Of course, because it's voter suppression.
Exactly.
Like that's the first thing that comes up is voter suppression.
It's like you kept votes out of the count. And so they've been doing a recount, and I didn't see it in the news today, but it's supposed to be done on this Tuesday, which we're recording on. So maybe it'll be reported tomorrow. But she filed a lawsuit to lengthen the time that she had, so maybe that went through. But it's as of yesterday when I saw it, she had gained plus 1,000 votes, which is, hey, that's a pretty good swing, except she needs 21,000 in order to, contest. And I'm just like, is there a point where you look at the numbers and you say, nah, he won,
Yeah.
You win, you call him up and you give the congratulations and you'd say, good race, fucking I'll see you next year, faggot. I'm going to come after your ass.
I think it's 2 years, but yeah.
Whatever. I mean, hey, she can come at him whenever, just take it into the ring.
Fucking with the steel chair and the Hell in the Cell.
Hell yeah!
All right,
fucking I want that governor.
I want to know what the hell's up with Stacey Abrams. That how much of this have you read about? Because I've seen her talking head on CNN a shitload.
Yeah, I want to say it's just because she's a black female running for governor in Georgia, which is like a classically racist kind of state, because it's deep South, it's fucking classical racist right there.
Yeah,
and like Brian Kemp isn't. He's not the one shouting out that, I want to go see a public hanging like that one chick in, I want to say Texas.
Oh, boy.
Anyway, that's another chick, but she shouted out some bullshit. But no, like, he seems like a pretty well-regulated kind of guy. And
he's incumbent, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's already got the power of, he's already in office.
Yeah, he's already in office, so they're just going to vote him back in. I guess he's not running the show too bad. And then she comes up and she loses the race, and I think if it was closer, than 21,000? Because you're looking at the state of Georgia. You're looking at all the people that live there, and that's it. You know, because like, okay, if you're going to have an argument over who's going to be president, you know, you're looking at all the United States. How many votes did you miss? You know, but when you counted up, they did a count and it's like 80% of Georgia voted. Okay, so I guess if the other 20% actually all voted for her, and you know,
then probably maybe,
but
that doesn't count. Like you
can't force votes out of people. You know, if they chose not to vote, they chose not to vote.
Yeah,
and so she's hoping that there's that extra 20% hiding, but it's like the numbers are saying that like Kemp's gonna win. She's not gonna be able to push this 21,000 extra votes out of it.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, you're kind of a dirtbag because you're delaying the process. You know, you're shouting out. She's just going off on him, you know, saying that he rigged the votes and, you know, he's trying to silence voters and blah, blah, blah.
Just because you lost doesn't mean the game was rigged. Not all the time. But like, I understand there's case scenarios where you can make like, oh, you know, I was learning how to play fucking goldfish or some shit from my brother and he stacked the deck and I lost. Okay, that's an edge case, but in something big like this, it takes a lot of work to try to rig an election, and especially the whole adage is that if you're gonna keep a secret between 3 people, 2 of them need to be dead.
Oh yeah,
does that make sense? Like, yeah. Loose lips always happen. Like, fucking the whole like Russia Trump fucking email bullshit in the towers.
Right, yeah.
Right. That was between 4 or 5 people, and those 5 people couldn't keep a fucking secret.
Right.
So
because it came out that, hey, people in the Trump talked to people in Russia, and it's like, it turned like, as far as I read, it's like nothing.
Yeah,
you know, in that scenario, that's nothing. But it's like, okay, 4 people knew about it, and guess what? It leaked out. You know? So
now we're going to talk about 40,000 or something to help rig an election.
Yeah, right.
You think all of them could keep fucking quiet? Not a chance.
Fuck no. Oh no, man. I miss back in the old days, like in the 30s, when you could actually just stuff the ballot box.
Yeah,
just write whatever name, and bam. Oh man, this is just chock full of Stacy over here. Yeah. Boy, howdy, how'd that happen?
So but there was a lot more corruption back then. But this is like, okay, in today's day and age, you can't do anything. You can't do anything like that without being recorded on a cell phone, a fucking camera somewhere.
Oh yeah.
It's like, I'm not trying to put my fucking tinfoil hat on and be like, you're always being watched, but in a way you kind of are.
Yeah. Fucking people get caught behind closed doors cheating on their wife because they talk to a hooker who happened to be an undercover cop. Like, you know, like she's not set up to sting that guy, but she just happens to be there. You know, it's like, shit happens. You know, people don't keep quiet. I don't know. Fucking Twitter exists. You know, the internet's out there. Like, people want to speak their mind. People, one guy could be on the far right and be like in Kemp's campaign. All it takes is one guy to say, like, I'm really into justice, you know, I'm really into honorable, you know, races. And that one guy catches wind of this, he'd be out there speaking his mind, you know, he'd be telling everybody the secret.
Oh, so, yeah, I would too, because it's like, look, I don't want this to poison the well, because this is that whole, like, one drop of ink can poison, and you know, a magnum of champagne or whatever.
Oh, for sure.
Like, you would be able to tell. It's like, oh, there's something wrong here.
Yeah, but I'm like, I'm looking at it, and like, I want to say it was Georgia. It was those states in the South did this whole weird hubbub before these elections occurred, where they pulled people in on buses to say, hey, clarify your voting status. You know, is this your name and stuff like that. They had to get people re-registered to vote because there's a bunch of errors. And I'm like, it's like, people want to call bullshit on that. I'm like, no, that's fine. That's due process. It should have been done at the time that person registered to vote, to get their name correctly on the ballot and whatnot, or to get their names correctly in the voter registration. But it's like, okay, now you fixed it now. Okay, you fixed it prior to the elections. That's fine. So if it's fixed, that's good. We look at her missing 21,000 votes to be able to contest, and it's just like, you kind of lost, you know. That's 21,000.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, that's a lot of people that you need to suddenly pull in that might not have voted at all.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a scumbag move to, you know, put this in like legal mumbo jumbo. You know, she files a case against it and all that stuff. Anyway, yeah. I mean, in the end, the biggest scumbag of the week is that fucking whoever the hell set the campfire in California.
Yeah, because goddamn, dude, like it's killed Christ. A lot of people.
Killed a lot of. It
evacuated a whole fucking city too, right?
Evacuated. It destroyed all of Paradise City.
There you go.
So the city of Paradise was literally wiped off the map. Like, everything burned to the ground. Hospitals gone, schools are gone, people's home, everybody's home is gone. It's just off the map. Fucking, there's like up in Ventura County, I believe it is.
Yeah.
And it's just burning down there. LA is burning. Fucking California.
It's always due like one every 5 or 6 years. There's always a wildfire that goes crazy in LA.
This is the first year that California hasn't been in the status of having a drought actively occurring. It's been a drier year, but it's not drought year, according to however they want to evaluate that. So it's like we're out of the drought finally, except this is still happening, you know?
Yeah, and holy fuck, dude. This thing, like, the numbers of how many fucking, the distance the fire is covering.
Oh, yeah.
Is staggering.
It was 4,000 acres in one night.
Yeah.
And I'm not good at math, but you tell me 4,000, I'm like, man, that's a lot of fucking whatever's burning, you know?
In one night.
In one night.
So it just keeps going. And I love how California's they throw a lot of money away on seemingly nothing, and they have so many problems like this, where they don't have a budget for a fire department to have like the water drop helicopters. They have to lease those from like Canada, and I'm just like,
fucking Christ, I didn't know that. That's terrible.
Yeah, I was like, isn't this where all the billionaires are? Like, what the fuck is going on with all the money over there?
So actually, in regards to that situation, so Trump put out a fucking tweet that I think was really poorly timed. Like,
what did he say?
So he was admonishing how California wasn't running their parks properly. You know, there's not enough maintenance, and there's not enough oversight in regards to, you know, firefighting forces. Because, like, okay, we're just sitting on big bundles of dry grass. But he tweeted out that, you know, California is mismanaging their funds in regards to this situation, and that, you know, if they don't fix this, then they're gonna, you know, receive less funds in the future. And I'm like, that is the wrong time.
Yeah,
you know?
dude.
Like,
I mean, this party is lit already, but you don't gotta fucking make it worse.
Fuck. But yeah, I'm like, that is the wrong time to tweet that shit out. Be like, people are losing lives in their homes. Fucking, it's the right idea. This is definitely something that needs to be addressed. For sure.
Yeah.
And it's like, because I mean, this keeps fucking happening. So I mean, there's a fucking problem here.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's not right now, not this specific topic, you know?
Yeah, and I feel bad for everybody that's being affected by this shit. Like, I was talking to my sister the other day, and like smoke concentration in the air has been really terrible out in California lately.
Oh yeah, fucking I get calls in, you know, not supposed to talk about work, but you know, I get calls in from people saying that, you know, everyone has to wear masks, you know, because fucking the smoke in the air is going to cause so many like lung problems. Like, your lungs are very susceptible to any kind of issue. So like, having an excess of smoke just floating around everywhere, because it's all over fucking California, because the winds are huge, like 40-mile-per-hour winds just spreading it everywhere. Like, you're going to get, you know, bronchitis, emphysema, pneumonia. And it's just like, and these are things that kill people, you know?
Yeah.
Fucking untreated, it's just going to murder you.
Yeah, I'm very surprised how long this has been going on, too, because I would have thought by now that in our today's day and age, with satellite fucking imagery and GPS and shit like that, like, we could figure out how to put a stop to this before it gets too far out of hand. You know, but I guess we didn't figure that out.
I mean, fucking California, like you said, has all that money, but they never fucking use it. So who knows? Fucking not me.
Yeah, like, I have no idea what they're using that fucking money on. Like, I was listening to the Adam Carolla show, and they were talking about how they were making a bullet train from like Modesto to like Fresno or something.
Oh boy.
Or some shit like that. It's like one no-name town and then Modesto or Fresno or somewhere in the north. And they were making a bullet train for it. And this is my whole, like, I understand how romantic and cool the idea of a train being around would be.
Yeah.
But they're apparently like 8 or 9 years behind on schedule.
Fucking please.
And they've already lost like 25 billion.
Holy shit.
Like, they've already invested $25 billion into something that they're 9 years behind, and they've laid zero track on.
Jesus, and then they've laid no track on it.
Yeah,
Jesus
this is
Christ.
why I'm like, I'll believe it when I see it, but from what I'm seeing, nobody's doing this shit.
That guy from fucking The Simpsons sold them the monorail, and then he just booked out of town.
Like, because then if that's the case, there'd be a lot of people that would live in Vegas and then commute to California via train.
Yeah.
But it's not going to happen. Like,
oh no, not at this rate.
No,
fucking, this is just a money sink, and God knows who the hell keeps it going. It's, you know what it probably is. It's like, oh, we're too far in the hole. We have to see this through.
Just keep throwing money at it. Let's just keep throwing money.
No, you have to fucking cut off the dying limb at some point, especially for this. Like $9 billion. Think how like
25.
25. You said 25 billion. I'm
9 years, 25 billion.
9 years, 25 billion. I'm sorry. My mind didn't want to accept the fact that it was 25 fucking $billion.
Oh,
fucking
man.
Christ. If anyone lives in California, think about that. When you go to elect your next official, think about whoever wants to, shout out against the monorail, probably vote for them.
Because it doesn't make sense. It just feels like you're throwing good money after bad. Like, all right. Again, this is one of those, just cut your losses, because flights are already cheap enough as is.
Yeah.
And I understand how bad you don't want to take a flight, but fucking to fly from here to California, $38 or some shit like that on Southwest, and it'll take you an hour.
Yep.
Like, and I understand, like, oh, well, I can get there by train in like 2 hours if I spent, $25 or something. I'm like, fucking, you can catch a Greyhound bus there for $6 or something. Because, like, I was talking to Marcus about this, and he's like, yeah, my girlfriend, when she goes to, like, Anime Los Angeles, she spends, like, $8 on the Greyhound bus.
Fucking, I'd do that shit.
It takes, like, a day.
There you go.
It takes, like, all day, but she gets there for $9, and I'm like, I guess you got the end result you wanted. I feel like my time could have been used more effectively, but
hey, man, you catch up on your podcast during that time,
Sure.
Fucking watch some anime.
No, fucking right. Oh my god. So, other things in California I wanted to talk about. Did you see that band teacher? Because that was what I saw was on my Twitter.
God.
Was the band teacher throwing punches at that kid?
Yeah, fucking.
And, like, that guy's raised over $125,000 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I'll just cut right to the end of the story. He set up a GoFundMe.
Hell yeah.
And he's already raised over $125,000, and it's just like, okay, I didn't have the audio on and I didn't know what was happening, but I was like, holy fuck, this guy went Hulk mode, and he was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna beat up this kid.
Right. I'm paying for that fight.
And then when you listen to the audio, it's like, oh, that's why, because this kid's never gotten an ass kicking before.
Nah, it's one of those kids that's just like too big for his goddamn britches, and fucking no one ever put him in his place ever.
Yeah,
bad parenting, bad fucking peers.
Oh, absolutely. It's so fucking atrocious how bad the parenting had to have been on this one, because it's like he was throwing the N-word around at the teacher.
Yeah.
So white kid throwing N-word at teacher, and it was a lot.
Yeah.
It was a lot, and it was a lot of like, let's just step outside, bruh. I'm right here, bruh. It's like this kid was talking tough, and it's always like the dudes that bark the loudest never can take a bite.
Oh yeah. No.
So if you ever find yourself in a situation where it's like you're at a bar and you're just trying to like have a few beers, Roadhouse style, and this guy's talking all that shit, just one good roundhouse kick is what Swayze taught me.
Hell yeah.
And that guy's going out.
Yeah.
Right. But I mean, in all reality, it's like, hey, he's talking all this shit, but he's probably never been in a fight.
Right.
Because I've always lived by this like idea that the toughest guy in the room never has to tell you that.
Yeah, for sure.
He never has to. So
or he shouldn't have to. And if he's ever speaking up, it's for a reason.
Mm-hmm. So
it's like, I don't know. Fucking part of me says fucking he's a teacher. He should never lay hands, etc. But I'm like. We're in a weird fucking day.
No,
and
he wasn't laying hands. He was throwing mitts.
Oh,
dude.
that's right. My bad. Okay, so no hands were laid, so it's fine.
Yeah,
fucking whatever.
He threw some paws at him.
Right.
But I agree with you. It's like, well, you were there. You're a band teacher. You're supposed to teach kids how to play the clarinet or some shit. But you're supposed to teach kids. You're supposed to be some sort of like Sherpa to their life journey up the mountain.
Yeah.
But I mean, you should also be like, hey.
You're still a worker. This is your work environment. The school's not able to handle this.
No, the truth is that he should have called security or something like, hey, get this fucking kid out of here.
And then the thought is fucking, it's California, right?
Yeah.
What the fuck is security going to do with that fucking baby ass state?
Yeah, exactly.
In my opinion, it's like, I'm thinking fucking.
There'd be a lot of like, please step out of the room.
Yeah.
Please.
Could you please keep it down? You're disrupting the class. I'm sorry, we can't do anything here, so we're just gonna leave. That's what I think would happen.
Well, everybody,
what are they
there,
gonna do? Call his parents?
Yeah, I'm like, everybody there is such a bitch. I'd just whip out my like I don't know, like my can of peanuts or something and be like shaking it at him
yeah.
I'll open these.
I'm allergic. Oh no.
I'll open these, I swear to God.
Fucking Christ.
So I mean, like it's LA. I have this very cynical thought that like, because after the Borderline thing too, the Thousand Oaks shooting, the massacre. Oh my God. Okay, so did you read about the guy? Or there was like 2 people that were in the Route 91 thing.
No.
They were at the Vegas shooting.
Oh,
and then they went, and they were also at the Borderline shooting, and one of them died. And it's just
Jesus Christ.
It was very Final Destination.
I was
say,
just
like,
if I was the other person, I'd be sitting at home saying, "I'm next on death's list."
Yeah, this is
Oh my
man.
God.
Okay, so all I remember from that movie was that guy was in a room and he put up like all these mattresses and shit, and somehow like he had to stop this fish hook that could have killed him. I don't remember Final Destination. I don't remember the plot. It was very like the premise was cool, but I don't remember any of it, and it not being very good either.
Schlock. I'm like,
and then it was like, oh, you gotta get death to leapfrog your name. You gotta get death to like jump over you to kill the next person, and then it'll forget about you.
Right.
And I'm just like,
God,
this is pretty elaborate.
Yeah,
I guess.
I mean, the movies are pretty entertaining, but as far as the fucking club shooting, fucking another one, another day, another fucking dollar. And so this one, like on this, I'm again another outcry to ban the use of guns, which in this case would be a Glock, which was used
made out of clocks.
Yeah, a Glock made out of clocks.
So are you gonna ban clocks?
Yeah, boy. But it's a semi-automatic pistol, and the guy went out and bought himself an extended magazine, and just so I tried to read up on this, and then the fires started taking over the news. So it's like you lose track of things. So I don't know what relation he had to the college students that were in there. Like, was he a college student himself? I don't know.
He
was older. He was 30-ish. But people were talking about how some college students were saying, oh, he used to be my friend, or like he was my friend, and then he came in and shot up the place. And I'm like, okay, so I'm assuming he was in college as well. So I'm like, it's not an act of terrorism. Fucking, of course, fucking one side's going to claim the other side set them up to do it. Tinfoil hats on. Fucking the Democrats are trying to send out more terrorists to make the Republicans look bad. But I'm like,
oh my God.
Tinfoil hats, man. But anyway, no, it's just another fucking really.
I miss when people used to pick up the radio in their tooth filling. Remember that used to be a thing?
Yeah. The government's spying in on me. No, we know they're spying, and they're telling us to do things now. But no, it's just another fucking crazy motherfucker who got a gun and fucking knew how to use it, apparently. And no one else had a gun there, too. Fucking, let me be fucking far right this time. It's fucking, if someone had a gun in there, they could have stopped him.
Yeah.
But he was well prepared. He fucking set off smoke bombs and everything. It's like...
Oh, so he caused panic while in there. And then, everybody being in panic, they're not soldiers.
Yeah.
They just wanted to get out, and then they could run right into his line of fire.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Like,
it's scary.
Yeah, no, he's dead now, though, thank God.
Yeah, he took himself out, yeah. I believe that's what I read, was that he took himself out. And it's, this kind of dials back to a lot of reading I've been doing lately where Leo Tolstoy was talking about this, where it's the whole identification, where it's you understand who you are in relationship to the world, and it's the whole nihilistic, like, nothing I do today will matter 1,000 years from now.
Oh, God.
But, and then it's the, it's the whole, like, oh, living is suffering and blah, blah, blah. And, to live is to, live through pain, live through like somebody else's dying.
Every moment is, everything is shit,
Everything is suffering and everything is shit. And then it's like there's 4 ways Tolstoy addressed that you could deal with this problem. And the first one is to deny it childishly. And okay, well, I guess some people are doing that.
Yeah.
Okay, the second is to pursue something hedonistic, right?
Well, that would be this.
Well, hold on.
Okay.
I look at pursuing hedonism more as like, I'm going to get really high and smoke a bunch of weed, and I'm going to tell you all the effects of like how great ganja is for you or something. I don't know. Because if that guy was pursuing like his god of, I want to smoke a lot of reefer and reefer madness and shit, I don't think he could have done this. He might have taken a nap or something, but not done this.
Maybe.
The third is to acknowledge its existence, but ignore it. and this is a lot of people that this is the one that Tolstoy said is the most cowardly.
Oh, well, fuck you too, because that's my idea.
Yeah, it's, well, you understand that you're inevitably going to die, but you're just going to ignore it. And I'm like, well, that's the only way to get through the day. And the fourth is to actually take action. But when he said take action, he meant take yourself out.
Oh, okay.
But it doesn't, this fourth pillar doesn't really provoke you to only take yourself out. You kind of deem yourself as like, well, life is so fucking terrible. Others need to suffer because I'm suffering. I can't understand why they can be happy and I'm not.
See, that's why I think like these people that have this like mindset, probably like this guy, you know, fucking shooting up the club for no fucking reason. It's fucking other than, oh, I'm getting old. I hit 30 and fucking everything's sad. I feel like that's definitely falling under the hedonism purview. You know, it's a search for pleasure. It's, you know, I derive pleasure from other people's pain, you know, fucking. He probably fucking, for all I know, he probably didn't set out to fucking off himself. He probably wanted to get offed by the cops.
Like, why can't he just do it the way every other dude does it? Like, if I want to get off, I'm going to pay some woman to, you know, yank me off.
Hey, man.
That used to be a thing. Like, they got the fucking fleshlight that'll come to your door. That used to be the thing.
Yeah, hey, it's all part of society. Fucking, we can go watch movies with tons of people murdering each other, but fucking can't watch a few people bang on screen.
Yeah.
Because God forbid. It's just the way society is. We glorify violence, but we admonish sex. Yeah. I'm like, we can't enjoy the pleasure of each other. No, we have to, you know, we get pleasure from watching other people get murdered and killed.
Yeah,
and shit.
But to say that it's one thing, you can't blame just one thing for this.
Oh, no. Like, in the end, he was still crazy.
Yeah.
At the end of it all, he was nuts.
It's like, we've always had guns.
Yeah.
We've always had video games.
Yeah.
We've always had violent movies. To say that it's one thing that caused this guy to go off the edge is to oversimplify just a very... like, I don't know. I think it's oversimplification of a very complex problem.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's one, he's insane, and then like whatever the hell else drove him to do that, because he picked that place for a reason. He picked those people for a reason. Yeah. You know, fucking, he lived his life the way he did for reasons, but we'll never know.
Yeah, and it's like, I just can't fucking deal with it when the news is like, oh, we don't understand why this is happening. I'm like, a lot of people are telling you these same things.
People need that simple, like fucking, I would love a simple answer, you know? Fucking people want that simple answer, and the news is more than willing to give it to them because, you know, they're in the business of staying in business. You know, look at us because we need you to look at us. So it's like, hey, fucking, the guy shot up the club, and here's why, you know?
Yeah, it's never going to, like, pro tip, it'll never be in fucking BuzzFeed's top 10 reasons of doing whatever.
Yeah, right.
It's not going to be in there because it's a lot more complex than that.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot more that's going on inside this dude's fucking ridiculous ramen noodle fucking noggin.
Right.
Than what he wants to let on. Like, it's tough to...
You know what? All it was is that Veronica wouldn't date him, and, you know, a fine gamer like him, instead she's off dating the jock.
Yeah, the supreme gentleman.
The supreme gentleman that he was, and he'll show her what it means to date a jock.
What the fuck was that guy's name? That guy was also a piece of shit too.
Chad?
Elliot something.
Oh.
Yeah, the guy that had to punish all the Stacys and Chads because he couldn't get a date. And it's just like, either set your expectations lower or make yourself more fucking, like, raise your value.
Yeah,
do something that'll make other people want to be around you.
No, it's the nature of instant gratification. So the same shit that's driving people to kill other people is the same shit that's ruined my video games. You know?
Okay. I'm ready.
Everyone wants those fucking...
I've already known video games have been shit for a long time, so I'm ready.
That's just it. It's just been a downhill trend from there. Fucking movies, music, video games, like, it's all fucking up front. Here you go. There's your enjoyment. Get the fuck off my house.
Oh.
You know? But like, no one works for anything.
I agree with that. Like, I think that a lot of people forget that you need suffering in your life, and I know that sounds like all I bring you is the suffering.
See, you word it badly. I think the word you're looking for is challenge. You need challenge in your life.
Okay, yeah, we'll go with your word. You need challenge in your life. Something needs to challenge you, and this is like, we're not slippery slope or anything, but it's like, you shouldn't have every meal like delivered to your house.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to, you know, not worry about things, but like, a lot of our problems of the past are gone. Like, nobody's really poor anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, those
you can
who
go
are,
find a job.
Well, yeah, unemployment's at the lowest it's been in years.
Right.
And there's plenty of instant jobs you can get right away too. Fucking, you could work as long as you have a license and a car or whatever, you can get a fucking job.
Yeah.
A lot of terminal diseases aren't terminal anymore. HIV and AIDS used to be like a death sentence. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Like back in the 70s, it was like, it was a big thing that Nancy Reagan was like, I'm gonna go hug this kid that has AIDS, right? Because she had to show that it couldn't be transmitted through just skin to skin contact. Yeah, so it's just like, okay, well, we need to show these people that you can't get it this way.
Yeah.
Like a lot of things like that are just, you can get fucking booze delivered to your house now. And that it's one of those things. It's like, you need to go do stuff for yourself still.
Yeah.
And I know that a lot of you fucks don't want to go do that, but you should. You should make your own breakfast every so often or something. I still make my bed just because it's like I need to do something to make sure that like I stay in line.
Yeah, go to 4chan, go to the Fit board. Don't go anywhere else because that place is a cesspool. Go to the Fit board and just look at the people that are, crying and complaining and stuff, but they're working to improve themselves in some way,
Because every fucking reply is do SS faggot.
There you go.
SS faggot.
But that's the exact attitude that people need in this fucking world.
Oh,
that's
I agree.
What they've always needed,
I agree.
You need someone to just look at you and say, fucking better yourself.
Yeah,
like
and
start somewhere.
It's sad that we lost fucking Arlie Ermy, but okay, so him aside, we have J.K. Simmons.
Yeah.
Right, and he was in that movie Whiplash that I fucking love. But you need that drill sergeant person in your life. You need somebody to push that out of you. You need to be the fucking best you can be at something.
It used to be the role of the father, and now everything's coddle behavior.
Well, like,
I don't
fucking know. No, it's not the role of the father anymore. It's the role of Z or Zer or Schlee or Schler or whomever the fuck.
Please, we don't want to push our children to
I don't want
excel.
And it's so fucking weird.
We accept you for as weak as you are.
It's so fucking weird, too, because, like, that book I was fucking reading, right?
Yeah.
It was talking about, like, as parents, you need to be fucking parents because your child will have many friends in their life. They don't need you to be their friend. Parents are arguably way more important than friends ever could be.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm just like, true story. And they should come in pairs, too. And he's like, it doesn't necessarily mean it should be mother-father, even though that's the best case scenario. It's just sometimes mother-mother or father-father. But the fact is that you
doesn't
have your
matter. You need the protector and you need the pusher.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, I'm like, you have your own cross to bear as a person, and I know you're gonna give me some fucking anecdotal fucking evidence of like, oh, I know a guy who was raised by a single mom, like fucking me or whoever, and they turned out just fine. No, I mean, like, as a parent, you have your own cross to bear, and then if you come home from work and you got fucking chewed out at work and you're a little drunk now, you're not going to be the best fucking parent for that guy.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just like, you need somebody to have your back all the time. And you're right. You need somebody to push the best person out of you could be.
Oh, yeah.
But now it's like, why can't the world bend to me being my best person?
I mean, it's human nature that we always seek the easiest path or the path of least resistance. I mean, hell, that's nature in itself, Fucking lightning will strike you to get to the ground.
Yeah, it will.
It's the fastest and easiest way. But it's like, I mean, people will be like, fucking Homer Simpson, fucking, I'll just use the fucking grabber to get the remote. Why would I want to lean forward,
Yeah.
Oh, Bart's walking by the TV. Hey, change the TV for me. It's like, it's naturally in us because we want to conserve energy as hunters gatherers, and it's like,
yeah, but that whole portion of like hunting and gathering things,
we don't need that.
We don't need it.
That's
anymore.
The problem. So the prerogative for us to conserve energy is gone. So then it just becomes, we're all just gonna be fucking lazy. Why? Because our body tells us to,
Yeah.
And it's like, it was fine back then. We haven't adapted, as a species, to get beyond that. I'm like, I don't know how to do that. Fuck if I know. All I know is that fucking I go to work every day to earn money to fucking make a living. Whereas there's people that are fucking living off welfare that don't deserve it,
Yeah.
They cry about some dumb bullshit and suddenly they're getting money from the government.
That was one of the saddest days of my life when I found out I was making more money on unemployment than I was working a regular job.
Fuck life.
Like, I'm like, no wonder people don't go to work, because if I can make it wasn't a lot of money, but it was like something like $240 a week.
Yeah.
Right. And then when I got my first paycheck of working like a part-time job at more than minimum wage, like $9.75 an hour or something. It was less than fucking $480. And then that's not to include the gas that I spent to get there.
Yeah.
The fucking money that I spent on food.
Then you think, imagine if you went to
my
fucking college.
time.
Imagine if you went to college and shit like that, you know?
Yeah.
So
It's so
it comes
weird.
down to the drive that a person has, and people just don't get that early push in life to be better. Fucking, I saw a fucking Twitter of a fucking one of the meme images, and it was fucking SpongeBob staring into a grave, and the fucking the words on it were fucking just hit me, because it was that feeling when fucking you were in the gifted class from the 4th grade on, and but everything was just given to you because you're so smart, you know, it just came naturally to you. But then you hit college and everything, you're just not prepared for life.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm glad that I dropped out of high school, because in high school, fucking freshman year, I was exactly that. You know, I was fucking lackadaisical. I was getting B's and I was skipping class. You know,
I was trying to get T's and A's.
I know, right? I was fucking out there I was smoking weed with all the cool kids. Fucking, I don't give a shit.
Oh, now look at you now telling me about all the benefits of what ganja did for you.
I know, right?
What did it do for you?
Fucking, it helped me make connections with people, and then I got to sit back and watch them ruin their lives, so that I didn't have to.
Yeah, it didn't allow you to make that sweet reggae album that you were talking about.
Man, I could never get dreads. You know how long it takes to grow hair that long? Fuck that.
And
dude.
it looks so out of place on anybody that's not black.
Right?
Every white dude I see
Fuck.
that has dreads, or fucking like K-pop is a huge thing right now. Every K-pop dude that has dreads, it's just, what the fuck is going on? Where's this guy's parents?
Fucking right.
Are they not ashamed?
Oh,
So
terrible.
Okay, so last fucking tragic bit of news. Our boy Stanley is gone.
Rest in peace. Fucking
That one hit home
the
for
bringer
me.
of dreams right there.
Yeah, this is gonna be. It sucks because in the Captain Marvel movie, like post credits is definitely gonna read in memory of. Same thing with Avengers.
Oh, everything is.
Yeah, it's just
Everything
like,
is.
oh fuck, man. Like he's probably gonna have his cameo in there, and in before you see it on opening night, and there's a standing ovation.
Oh. Hey, man, any excuse to clap is a good one in my opinion.
Like, if that's the case, you need to become a judge for Wizards of the Coast, because they end every meeting with a clap session. And even if it's
Christ.
even if it's 6 dumbasses, like, okay, so you got tables 40 through 45, you've got tables 46 through 50, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's like, all right, sound good? All right. And then they
Then
clap.
everyone claps.
And it's
The
just like,
end.
all right, see, you're giving out claps too much, and now nobody wants them.
And then everyone just stands there staring at you because you didn't feel like clapping today.
yeah. Oh,
hey, man,
fuck
what,
you. My hands hurt, and I have oven mitts on.
You're not with the crew? What the fuck, man?
Yeah, you're not down with the Clap City Rollers.
Hell yeah.
I don't know. Yeah,
Anyway, so someone, one of the articles I read made a mention that what a way to get your name at the end with the next Avengers movie. You know, it's
what do you mean?
because it's they were talking about like potential cameos. Like,
yeah.
because the Avengers movie finished filming. That's the word I'm looking
Yeah.
for. Filming. So the last Avengers movie finished filming 3 or 4 months ago.
Yeah,
So he's in there. If he has a cameo, he's in there.
Yeah.
So it's like that's a good film to say goodbye to.
yeah.
I think it's
yeah, because I know that like when you're talking about filming a movie, it only takes maybe 2 months or something like that.
depending on how big it is.
Yeah, depending on how big it is, maybe
Yeah.
40 days to 2 months.
Right.
But all the rest of that time is editing.
Oh yeah, but I'm like that's pretty poetic. One of the YouTubers I watch who does covers fighting games, but he streams a ton, and his YouTube channel is just like the clips of it, like this and that here and there. Hey, here's a highlight. But he said he talked about Stan Lee. The channel is called Avoiding the Puddle, and he does Tekken. He's doing Soul Calibur right now. He's a real funny guy. He looks like fucking Hagrid from fucking Harry Potter. No,
Sweet.
he's a stoner who makes fun of stoners pretty much.
Fat guy with beard.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no, he's great. But he pointed out that like he was saying on his little highlight from his stream, I heard Stanley died, and it's hard to feel sad.
He lived a full life.
Exactly it, because then he thinks he's like, man, I'm gonna miss that guy because he brought us so much. But he lived to 95.
Yeah.
And that's fucking good on you. Like, men don't live that long. Men have a much shorter lifespan than women.
Oh my God. Yeah. It's generally like early 70s.
Yeah, we're going to hit 70 and that's pretty much it. We're gone.
So he went 25 years beyond that.
25 years beyond that. He was standing up. Fucking, you look at fucking Tim Curry now. Yeah, he looks terrible.
But you're right. Like, he wasn't bedridden.
Yeah, no, he was up. He was up and moving. They say the last few months of his life he was really sick, and I'm like, he's 95 fucking
He
years
still
old.
had his facilities about him.
Yeah.
He was still funny in his own, like, he was self-aware as to who he was. So he was still, like, with it, and he could still, like, not drop a joke, but he could be placed in a situation that would make him funny in whatever fucking given movie he was in.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, during his cameos, it's like, oh, that was written really well to appeal to a lot of people's fucking senses of humor.
Yeah.
So, yeah, to say that, like, he didn't suffer from dementia or any of that shit, it's like, he lived a full life, and it's sad that he's gone, but we definitely lived in a great time to see him around.
Oh, yeah. It's one of those things where, like, for me, I want, like, when I die, I don't want my death to be like, oh, I'm sorry he's gone, fucking the world's gonna miss him. I don't want it to be a bereavement for the the deceased. I want it to be a fucking celebration of life. It's like, oh, he lived the way we should all want to live. That's how I feel like.
Don't piss on your casket.
No,
or
fucking piss on my casket. Hell yeah, show them what for.
Yeah,
I'm dead. I don't care.
That'll learn you. Yeah, take this with you. Tell Satan I'll see him later.
Hell yeah, fucking see you in hell, motherfucker. I'm coming after you.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, I hope I get a fucking arch villain in my lifetime. I want someone to come to my grave like shaking his fist at my grave and spit on my widow or something.
Fucking who is it? Teddy Roosevelt said it best. It's like, look, if they're angry at you, that means you're doing something you believe in.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, all right, that's the truth. So the angrier people get at whatever message you're trying to fucking convey.
Oh yeah.
It's like, all right, well, shit, I'm happy, that you're standing for something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, poor guy.
I'm glad he lived. I'm sorry to see him go.
Yeah, me too.
Fucking hope you find rest wherever the hell you end up.
Yeah,
probably in hell like everyone else.
That, and also like I felt really bad for him because his wife died maybe 10 years before he did. I mean, there's no good way that equation goes.
Yeah.
Because no matter what, it's like, well, if one's gonna be alive without the other, it's like, oh Jesus Christ.
Oh. Well, that's over with.
Yeah, exactly.
See you, Stan. Thanks for all memories.
Lastly, Bad Boys 3 is coming out.
Oh, God. So now we're going to cry for that series. Because it was...
Which one was memorable? One. Right? 2 was not. You're lying to me if you tell me 2 was memorable.
I don't remember 2.
Yeah, exactly. I remember the one joke in 2 about like how Martin Lawrence had a daughter and then this guy was trying to take her on a date, and then they threatened the kid with guns.
Oh, good.
And it's just like
just another instance of black on black crime.
I'm like, I don't think that kind of joke could be written in today's day and age,
right.
and it would go over so well.
You know what? If they keep that kind of attitude, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, but that's all I remember from 2. I don't remember what the plot was about. I remember 1 being like the girl saw a crime get committed, like she was an escort and she saw one of her friends get killed or something.
Isn't Bad Boys like Die Hard, where like the sequel was the criminal's brother from the first one or something?
Oh, for fuck's sake. I have no idea.
I think that's what it was.
I don't remember.
Oh, man. Yeah, no. I'm trying to remember fucking... No, looking forward to it.
I guess.
Hope it does well. Will Smith coming back?
Yeah, Will Smith and Martin Lawrence are coming back, and it's
so
just
old.
Like, all right, this will be good, I guess.
It's gonna be...
Can I say I don't like it? Like, if I say I don't like it, does it make me a racist, or is it just like...
No, there's 2 black leads, and you're not going to endorse that? What is your problem?
I mean, I saw the first 2.
Oh, my God. All right, you know what? You can only say that after you watch it on Netflix. Remember not to go the first week, because you're taking away the enjoyment of the black people. Our black friends, I'm sorry. Not people, just friends. We're all friends here,
I love Netflix's campaign to get people to stay in for the holidays. Like they're releasing a whole bunch of movies that are like movie quality movies on Christmas season, and it's just like, this is to combat the fact that people go to the movies on Christmas, huh?
I suppose.
I mean, I still have plans to go see a movie on Thanksgiving, so
Oh yeah. It's
but all right, so let's get into some Do You Feel Old Yet?
Not yet. I recovered from last week. I'm feeling good now.
Yeah.
You're old.
So I'm thinking for next time we'll change the format for Do You Feel Old, right?
All right.
But for this week we'll go the old school way. So as always, it's things that happened during this past week in history, right?
Well, to be fair, a change of format might have to take place after a year of doing the show.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't want to cycle back around.
So November 7th, 2000, Shenmue for Dreamcast. Do you remember this fucking game?
I remember this game.
Driving a lot of forklift and gambling a lot.
I never played the game because it looked like boring shit to me. It did. I'm like, so it's like The Sims or Sim City, but you're just one dude in some fishing town or something.
Yeah, I remember driving a lot of forklift and gambling a bunch.
Right? Fuck.
And I remember throwing darts too.
Nah,
I don't remember what the fuck the game was about. This is another one of those things that I feel bad for not knowing what this game was about, but I know it took place over a year or something like that, or a few months.
Yeah.
Like, that was the lifespan of the game, was like you had to get whatever the goal of the game was.
Okay.
Within this time frame.
That's cool.
And I think it was also real world timed.
Oh, God.
Too, because you had to set the clock on your Dreamcast, but then you could fuck with that because, like, your progress never changed, but you could fuck with the time on the Dreamcast, and that was like one of the hacks.
Oh, God.
Was that you could just keep changing the date on your Dreamcast, and then you could not, like, lose.
Fucking Groundhog Day yourself?
Yeah, you can just Groundhog Day yourself, and it was just like, oh, that's kind of cool.
That's pretty cool if that was like a feature. Like it's definitely more of a bug, I'm
that's
sure.
a bug, that is not a feature.
But like as a
bug.
feature, that'd be really cool.
Yeah, so
Fucking people like that series. I don't know why. Driving forklifts, I guess. Was there cockfighting? Because I'm like, if there's cockfighting,
not with actual penises.
Oh.
Like, I think with chickens maybe, but I don't think with actual penises, Max.
It's no fun then.
Like, what would that be? Like, you go to the men's room at the fucking Jumbo's Clown Room, and you just unzip your dick out of your pants, and you just kind of like thrust it at other dudes.
No, it's the second wind. In case your chicken loses, you can jump in the ring with your cock out, and if you beat the other chicken to death with your cock, you get your money back.
Well, it's not like a second wind. I've got more like a windsock thing.
There you go.
So,
hey man,
Shenmue. All right, November 9th, 2004. This day it was big. Halo 2 came out.
Oh fucking Christ!
This day was big. I remember when this came out, and the line of people outside of the GameStop I was working at. Oh my God, the line!
I bet. Fucking
it
Christ.
wrapped around the fucking building. This was so fucking big. This was probably the most anticipated sequel to a video game.
How did Bungie get so lucky? You know,
what do you mean?
Like because
they fuck you on the servers. You play online and they just fucking fuck you because it's like, oh, you're hosting. I'll take that.
Well, I'm saying because like we had GoldenEye, we had Perfect Dark, we had first person shooters before this, but like Halo just came in and said, fucking. Here's our town. We're gonna make it, and
it did blur the line for your. Oh, go ahead, finish up.
I don't have no fun. I want to hear I want to hear a reason for why this got so big to the point where this sequel was even made. You know,
it kind of blurred the line between realism and arcade shooter.
Is that it? Maybe.
Like the effects were great. The gameplay was great. The story itself was good too.
I'll admit, like it's probably the best playing console shooter I've ever touched. You know,
ever. Like I sank more hours into this than any other game I can ever remember.
Fuck.
Minus like this and Magic, or in Magic I'm talking about cards and digital.
Okay.
This I sunk just as many hours in, and it was only on the fucking.
Well,
console.
You're fucking playing fucking minor pro games over there.
Yeah, but. This fucking game, like, I don't know, they got the recipe just right. The story was good.
Right.
It
was. I personally loved the story.
Yeah.
So, like the science fiction universe. I'm trying to think if it was because everything else was like Call of Duty. You know, It was, hey, here's an excerpt from the world, or like fucking like GoldenEye and something. I was like, oh, here's real world. You know, but. Then you get Halo with its fucking sticky grenades and alien swarms. I guess maybe it just
the control was great. The agency was insane.
I had a really hard time getting used to PC shooters just because Halo spoiled me for like it has a little bit of the lock on, like the auto aim
Yeah.
that you'll experience if you play shooters on consoles. But I'm like, I've had games where it's like egregious, so like you're aiming like 20 feet to somebody's left and it's snapping onto them. But like Halo was just like that perfect amount where it just nudged it a bit more.
Yeah, it did a lot of that, and there was a lot of like I did a lot of auto correcting on that, and sometimes it helped, and a lot of the times it fucked up.
Oh yeah.
But this game also like the multiplayer aspect of this game was unlike anything else for its time.
For consoles, for damn sure.
For console, absolutely. Well, because like during this time, multiplayer, like this is when MMOs started becoming big.
Yeah.
WoW was rivaling it as far as like the big game to play. It was either this or it was WoW.
Yeah.
But for shooters, there was no other online shooter like this. The gameplay was great. The guns all had unique abilities.
Yeah.
The game. This is probably one of the best games that I've played in my lifetime.
What did 2 Chains over 1? Like, what did that bring? That was dual wielding, right?
Oh, 2 change over 1. I thought you said something about 2 chains, like the rapper.
Yeah, what did 2 Chains say about 1? No.
Yeah, 1 chain.
1 chain. He said, "Fuck off! I'm better than you because I got 2.
I'm twice as good as you."
Hell yeah.
But 2 changed a lot of things. They did introduce dual wielding. They introduced carbine. They had the alien sniper. They gave you the sword.
Was this the one that
This is the first one where you could pick up the sword.
Was it?
Yeah.
Wow.
This is your BR. This was your bread and butter right here. This is your battle rifle. This is your BXR, man.
Fucking Christ. This
is this game.
Was this was the one that had the more vehicles, right?
Yeah, this is also the one with all the glitches too.
Yeah.
With the rocket and sword glitch.
I was gonna say this was the rocket glitch too, where I'm gonna aim at the dude across the map, lock on with the rocket launcher, and then I'm gonna melee and fly across the entire stage to just whack him.
Yeah, exactly.
So goofy.
Because it was something like you could also like do the same thing with the sword, where it's like you could fly across the screen because you had the sword, and then as soon as you got to that side of the screen, you killed that guy instantly.
Yep.
This also had the lock on with the rockets too. This is the first one where like if you were in a Banshee or something like that, you could lock on with the rockets and shoot the rockets at them.
Well, to be fair, it was the first time you could get the Banshee, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like that was really good foresight on their part.
Yeah.
Honestly, because like games nowadays, they'll do something stupid like, oh, we have flying vehicles now, and they don't give you a way to counteract them. Mm-hmm. So then it's like all of a sudden, oh, everyone's in a fucking helicopter. You know?
Yeah.
Guess I have to fucking try and shoot him down with my fucking AK because my missiles don't lock on. Fucking Christ.
Yeah, that was because back in the Halo 1 days, you had to like hope and pray.
Yeah, you're leading your shots, and then he just fucking slams the brakes on the Warthog, and he just rocket zooms by the hood.
It's just God damn it.
God damn it. Imagine that in a plane though. But no, they thought of it. That's fucking good on them. I don't remember. Like, I remember you saying for like competitive, like dual wielding was just like, why would you ever dual wield?
You would rather use the plasma pistol than switch to your battle rifle, because even if you dual wielded plasma pistol with like the Magnum, the regular pistol, first your aim is okay, but then you're using LR triggers, which is kind of like a novelty.
Yeah.
But either way, it's like, okay, the actual Magnum didn't do that much damage.
Right.
So it would take 2 headshots from the Magnum, and it would take less time. It would take
that's
less
what I
time
the
to
most
switch to your battle rifle.
Was fucking because I was a fucking huge pistol lover in Halo 1.
Yeah,
because it was a godlike. That was the best pistol in games ever.
Best pistol in games ever, but that's not this pistol.
And then it got nerfed to the ground in Halo 2.
Oh yeah, they changed it from the MD6 Magnum pistol to just Magnum.
Oh,
and then
Christ.
it's a piece of shit.
Why even call it a Magnum then?
Yeah, so
I think I went to double needlers.
Yeah, well, double needlers was a legit thing back in the day too.
Yeah.
Like a full double needler clip can kill a guy in overshield as long as it wasn't charging.
And it had the tracking on it.
Yeah, it was fucking because
it was silly.
I always knew you were playing because like you would see this big wave of pink fucking going across the screen. I'm like, oh, that must be Max.
Yeah, right. Hey, if he's not dead, he's hurt.
Yeah, this was before Big Team Battle though, so there wasn't like 8v8s or 16v16s.
Yeah, no, it was just here's
fours
v fours. Yep, here's the 8 people on the map. Fucking, you got the one dude with the rockets. You got the one dude with the sniper. You got fucking the one dude praying he gets a shotgun.
Yeah, this was the first oddball. Also, like that was game type was oddball.
Fuck.
So yeah, Halo 2 changed my fucking life. I met a lot of my best friends through Magic or Halo.
Fucking nerd.
Yeah, I'm a colossal nerd, but I mean, I wanted to talk about something that I know a lot. Okay, so November 10th, 1990, Home Alone premieres.
Holy shit. That long ago.
Yeah, so this movie was about a couple of incompetent robbers trying to rob a kid in Little Nero's Pizza, and then Kevin McAllister's dad must have been doing something like hedge funding or something, because like the common meme that comes up is, what did his dad do to be able to afford a fucking vacation for 9 people and have a house like this? It was a fucking big 3-story fucking house.
He was on the ground floor of a big ass Ponzi scheme. That's what
Holy
he was.
Fuck, dude. It's a fucking vacation for 9, and the fucking house is decked to the fucking ceiling.
Yep.
Holy
didn't
shit.
they have a basement?
Yeah, there was a basement too, so I guess
Fuck
4 or 5 stories. I don't know.
Fuck 'em.
I have no idea how this shit works, but yeah, fucking amazing house. Yeah, because like he was afraid to go to the furnace for some reason.
Oh god.
Because he always envisioned it as a monster.
I'm gonna say what I think most people are going to say. Didn't this happen in New York?
No.
Exactly.
This was in Chicago.
Yeah, no.
The second one was Lost in New York.
Lost in New York definitely stands out in my mind.
Oh, because Tim Curry and Rob Schneider?
Fuck yeah, I would love me some Tim Curry.
The first one was still Joe Pesci and the other guy.
Yeah. Which is
this was
I'm
the
just
original like hand on the burning knob.
Yeah. I'm like, I always remember the sequences with the robbers. I don't remember anything else about it. I mean, okay, he was clearly home alone.
Yeah, Buzz ate an entire cheese pizza by himself, and he was supposed to split that with Kevin, and then Buzz also had like the tarantula.
All right.
And then he had the BB gun. Yeah.
Okay.
These are all plots.
I'm shaking my head right now because
there was the old guy that shoveled the driveway, and Kevin was scared of him because he was old.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I remember laughing at it. Like I said, fucking all the fucking everything I remember from it is with Joe Pesci and the other guy. Cause
good old other guy.
Good old other guy.
I feel bad for other guy, but yeah.
It's all right. I mean, fucking Joe Pesci had a name to begin with, so
yeah, he used to be a tough guy,
right? Hey, he still kind of is. He took all that damage from fucking the house.
Yeah, I think
he lived through that.
Yeah, okay, so they were the wet bandits back in the day.
Yeah?
Yeah, they were the wet bandits before the sticky bandits, because their whole thing was they would plug up the drains and leave your water running.
Oh, what?
That was their calling card. They were going to steal a bunch of shit from you, and they're going to plug up all the drains in the sink and then leave the water running, because fuck you. Not only am I going to take your shit, I'm also going to ruin your floorboard.
Oh my god. Fucking Christ. What a bunch of douchebags. See, they got what they deserve, honestly.
But I'm like, if I was a robber, what's my breaking point for, am I going to kill this kid or am I just going to leave? I think I'm just going to leave.
I don't know, man. If I'm willing to break into someone's home and someone's going to fucking throw like boiling, or what was it, an iron on the doorknob to burn my hand. Yeah. No, I'm going to get in. I'm going to beat some kid's ass.
Oh, and then fucking, for some reason, Harry took his shoes off.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because like there was like frozen tar or some shit on the steps of the fucking... of the house.
Oh,
like, okay, so for this one, it was Kevin had to protect his house.
Yeah.
The second one was like,
I'm just gonna be a dick.
I'm gonna be a dick in a renovated house. Like, it felt like this was, I don't know, he tricked them into following him to the renovated house in the second one. This one was like, I have to protect my home. And that made sense.
In the second one, they left Chicago because of this, because of what happened in the first one.
Yeah.
They're like, we don't want to deal with this anymore. The cops are onto us or something. Let's get the fuck out of Chicago. So they go to New York, and then, fucking all that happens. But I'm like, I don't... Like, there's so much more in the... Okay, it's a good series because of that, you know? That the second one is just a better movie than the first one. I think that's how it should work. I remember I laughed at the first one, but it's like I don't remember the first one.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. So I mean, fucking hey, it came out. Go watch it. See where it started.
This is a definite go watch it.
Then
Like,
go watch that so that we can feel that you can comment back to us and be like, oh yeah, I remember this scene. And you can be like, I don't remember it, but it's clearly good enough.
He lit the fireworks in a pot to simulate gunfire from that movie Rat Bait.
I mean, I would rather watch Rob Schneider standing with his hand out and get the gum in his hand. Or something,
I would rather watch Rat Bait.
I want. God.
Oh man. Okay. One more. November 12th, 1999, Aladdin for Sega Genesis. 1993, excuse me.
Was
Aladdin for Sega Genesis.
For the Genesis.
All right. So, do you remember how hard these Disney games were?
Yeah.
Did you ever play, like, Lion King was, like, profoundly the hardest one, but this one was pretty hard itself. I played a little bit of it on my Super Nintendo because it's the same port. Like, it's the same game, just different control.
I wanted to say no. I wanted to, because I think that was my fun fact. I want to think that Aladdin game for SNES and Genesis were different.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I was playing it on my SNES emulator, and I was like, "This is hard." But I remember,
like, no, they're
it being
both hard for sure. But I'm like, I'm trying to remember which one I played. I want to say I played the Genesis one. Oh fuck!
I think okay. So what made this game hard is it had a like floaty feel to it. Like when you're doing your jumps, it didn't feel like your jumps would ever stick. That was my problem.
I'm trying to remember how it played. You had a sword to attack with, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and then you couldn't do or no, you could jump on them like Mario style, but it wouldn't like knock them out. It would just like stun them or something.
Yeah, but you sworded them.
You sword them to like get them off the screen. Fucking it's not like, I think you might be right. It's just because it's set up in like an arcade kind of way, like because like
it's an arcade like platformer.
Oh yeah, and then so like, but like when you get hit, that's one of your lives, and you don't get like the Zelda hearts, you get the Mario lives.
Yeah,
where it's like you get hit and that's a life. That's a heart. You're done. Fucking let's see you on the continue screen. But no, fucking, I never got past the first level. I remember getting into the Cave of Wonders.
Yep.
And then I got
on the carpet ride.
I got on the carpet ride,
and that's where my career ended.
Yeah, that's where my career ends, because it is an arcade game.
Yeah, because like right after you're on the carpet and you're trying to escape, it is just a slew of shit, either falling from the ceiling or waves of lava trying to come up and get you,
jumping
and
up at you.
All right, well, this is it. This is Custard's last stand right here, because we're not making it out of this one alive.
It's like you're playing a fucking bullet hell, but you don't get to shoot anything out of the way.
Yeah, no. You're just
dodge, bro. Dodge.
It's all dodge, and it's fuck. This is hard.
No, I see your hitbox is huge. God, it'd be a shame if a pillar came and hit you.
Yeah,
it'd
exactly.
It'd be a shame if a fucking wave of lava hit you.
Yeah, I just remember a lot of the Disney games, because I also remember like Lion King being hard as fuck too. Yeah. Like it was a platformer just like this, and it was just fucking. This was hard, and
right?
I remember,
especially for a kid.
Yeah, it's like, what was your attack in Lion King? Like you had a growl or something. I remember doing that, and then I remember there were levels that you didn't play as Simba, you played as Timon and Pumbaa.
Oh God, I don't fucking for Lion King. I know for sure that they had the jump on the head thing, but I don't remember having an attack as little kid.
Oh yeah.
So it was.
Oh, was it like a swipe?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh fuck, I don't remember now.
Anyway, like if anyone likes old arcade games, play the Disney games for fucking.
Fuck, I guess they're hard.
Those are hard.
Oh, did you see in the news there was a bunch of people that were like protesting things like Cinderella and Sleeping Beauty and
fuck off.
Yeah, like Kristen Bell especially.
What
talking about like how it it makes women seem like they need men.
It's an old argument to bring up, isn't it?
It is, but this was like earlier last month, so this isn't.
They realized that these stories.
The argument is old, but this came up. It resurfaced last month.
They realized these stories are based on fairy tales, which are centuries old. I'm like, Disney doesn't have. Like, they don't have to change these things. Like, this is the story as is. They can change a few. Like, Disney chooses to change a few things in the story here and there. But it's like, to protest this is like saying, fucking Robin Hood. I hate that. Oh, I hate the Bible because it, symbolizes women as being, fucking an object to man. It's like your argument is centuries ago.
Yeah.
Go talk to fucking Hans Christian Andersen about, this and that. Go fucking yell at their graves. Fucking who cares?
Who cares?
They don't care.
Like, yeah, I'm just okay, dude.
That's just so weird.
It feels like it's not valid because the argument is, like you said, centuries old. Also, you enjoyed these stories, like, aside from this fucking ridiculous movement, did you enjoy these stories before you had this idea?
Right. When I was a brainwashed kid, I didn't know better. It's like,
maybe you should go back to doing that.
All right.
Like, the world was happier when you were doing that. Now all you're doing is like, oh, I'm so woke and I'm awake and fucking all of these things are wrong and fuck you. You're wrong because now I'm awake and I can see the world for what it really is.
Oh, we should change Shakespeare because, the witches are being depicted horribly. Why do women have to be witches, Fucking Christ.
I don't know, because it rhymes with bitches.
Hey.
Damn.
God.
All right, so let's go and wrap it up with some stupid news.
Scumbag stupid news.
Okay, so coming in fast and young, 11-year-old kid steals his mom's Dodge Durango, takes police on a high-speed chase. Speed reached up to 95 miles an hour.
Hell yeah.
All right, before the kid flips his mom's car, maybe facing felony charges. When asked why he went on such a high-speed chase, he said it's because his mom took away his PlayStation.
Oh my God. Here I thought he was just going to be a badass.
Yeah, and I was like, man... You didn't go with Xbox or PC? Oh. I don't know. Is PS4 big right now?
Maybe.
I mean, Spider-Man, I guess.
It's pretty good.
Okay. This one's great. 69-year-old Dutch man starts to petition to legally lower his age. His logic is sound, though. Like, you can change your name. You can change your gender. You can even claim to be a different species. Why can't I change my age? He's receiving a phenomenal support from 1999 Blink-182 with their song, Adam's song.
Oh.
Anyways, he's looking to make things easier to date younger chicks.
Hell yeah. Hey, man, you can get him 16 if you're 40.
Like that, I can see where he's coming from.
So can they, hopefully.
So to wrap it all up, Florida couple sues Mickey D's for $5 million.
Hot damn. What for?
Their grievance is they were charged the full price for a quarter pounder with cheese when they specifically requested no cheese. Unfortunately, they lost the case. I'm more surprised that they found a lawyer that was willing to take this fucking case.
Hey, man, lawyers are down on their luck too sometimes,
Like, what the fuck is the cost difference? If you wanted a quarter pounder without cheese, but say a quarter pounder with cheese is $1.29, shouldn't your difference be something in the 20-something cent margin, not $5 million fucking dollars?
This happened in Florida, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, everything in Florida is either like it's Florida, Australia, and Africa. Everything out there is bound to kill you. Like everything just wants to kill you. I don't know why people want to go to these places, but all of this bullshit wants to kill you out there.
Find out this attorney's name because he'll take any fucking case, apparently. I'm going to sue everybody.
Yeah, and we'll go out on that one. Max, thanks for suing everybody. Welcome back to the